When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
The Canes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking for a man, it's Fisher. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cadets offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Fisher. Working the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got the quick pass. Flying down the left side. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a...
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The give to the left side. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the youth
just keeps moving. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It's complete to the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Gets it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, on that fourth down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football.
Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Motion from the wide receiver. Creates a little space. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to bring it back. He's got great speed. Bulldozes his way through. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Oh, he's got a chance. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
There he goes. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give to the lone running back. Makes it past the marker. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the grab in bounds. It'll be third and... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Fisher. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kamara. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. At the foot down, it's incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Ripping through the defense. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. On first down from the 13-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Army, 0.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's picked off and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Handoff to the single running back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Fisher. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. And the Canes are rolling down the field. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and
he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Last drive ended with a pick, vitally turning it on. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing it around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Here we go. To the air, it's Fisher. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback. And
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got it on the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here we go. Wants to throw. It's Fisher. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes out of bounds, no time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, one thing we can always count on is a great atmosphere in West Point. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Michie Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Quarterback running on the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hand.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Morton. Rushes on him. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the screen.
He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Morton. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll try the run. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events. With the fumble going out of bounds, they'll maintain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
Here we go, here we go.
Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Oklahoma State.
Use the play fake, now to throw.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. To the air, it's Fisher. Makes the catch. Got room at the 35. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollard.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the draw. Stopped in the backfield. Going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. On the run, it's Thomas. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That's caught. It's Callaway. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Terrell. Works the middle of the field. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Miami. And they turn it into a defensive score. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point is good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Back to throw, it's Morton. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught behind the line. It's Ashmore. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's going to get loose. Lowers those pads. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Terrell. Right on target this time. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm.
There he goes.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Ready up.
And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On the run, it's Thomas. Still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Morton. He's got his man across the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. The Black Knights will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.